just processing, like,
Yeah. You still so it's been yeah, no, I know. It is crazy. Oh, I'll tell you, mine was a little different. I was in Jamaica in like 2004, and we went through a hurricane. It was Hurricane Ivan, and Hurricane Ivan whipped through Jamaica. I mean, it was crazy, total devastation. We just stayed inside because where we were staying was like a fortress. It was like a concrete fortress. But here you guys are. You're out in the rurals where there is like the woodlands. There's wild animals. I mean, have you seen anything like that? Like wild animals rushing to the home or anything
oh,
crazy?
the so, like, I think the storm, like, lifted snakes and scattered them around.
Oh my
So there's
gosh.
just snakes in the area. I saw a
Oh
dead
no.
snake, like a black one.
Ew. What do you
Yeah, so because I'm in the woods area, snakes are
Mhm.
more common here
Yeah.
too, and just, like, I got bit by a black widow and had to, like,
Oh
go
no.
straight to the ER. That's when I went to the hospital.
Oh
It was, like,
goodness.
the night and it was, like, the day after of, like, the hurricane, and I just was, like, you know,
Mhm.
there's still a mark from it. It instantly was bruising and, like, it was just, like, really
Well, yeah, I mean, just like you said,
medicine for it,
yeah.
but yeah, I that was a first, but
Yeah.
just seeing people in the ER, so many people hurt, and there were so many paraplegics and people in wheelchairs or people with oxygen in the
Yeah.
hospital because they need power or people on dialysis machines. So just seeing all this stuff, like there's so much, like
But they gave you guys I mean, didn't the I mean, I know FEMA's on the ground. I know the president was down there. He's been touring. I know Kamala Harris was touring. Hell, even Trump went down there to make a grandstanding statement on one of the different places. But have you actually been getting help out there with FEMA? Have they helped you? Have they reached out to you?
I've been we are working with FEMA as of today. We went to the Salvation Army earlier. You know, they're getting food truck shipments in
Yeah.
from like Walmart and stuff, but we have to like wait in line or be one of the first so we can get stuff.
Right.
They're It's slowly getting better compared to the beginning where you walk into the store and there's nothing there.
Right.
You know, there's still some aisles that are like that, like sandwich meat, obviously, or like the basic surviving essentials like batteries, flashlights, you can't find anywhere, or generators. Or
Yeah.
if you find them, there's a lot of price gouging going on.
Right. Oh, I know. I've heard about this. I mean,
Yes.
now this stuff is crazy because we have a TikTok and it's, of course, at Let Me Take You Higher TikTok. And on that TikTok, we saw people charging $10 a gallon for gas. Is that what's going on over there?
Certain gas stations, like, you know, the private owned gas stations, and then they're like charging like $6 a bag of ice.
Yeah.
Or like
$6 for a bag of
well,
ice?
there's been places, yeah, that have been like raising prices on ice, like or just like water bottles. It depends exactly where you go.
Right.
This one girl said she paid for because I'm part of this hurricane group, Hurricane Helene group on Facebook, and this one girl said that she paid $21 for a case of water.
$21 for a case of water?
She did.
You guys know that that's illegal, right? You can report those. Okay.
Gouging.
It's price gouging. That's illegal.
We were going to get a generator the day or two before the storm,
Yeah.
and we all talked like, you know, I think we'll be fine. We're just overreacting, you know? And it was like we were looking at for like 3,400.
Yeah.
We went all the way to Georgia to try to get this generator, and you know
Mhm.
how much it was? That same generator, $800.
Wow. Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like in times like this, you
Mhm.
want to double the prices, like, you know, because obviously people are going behind on bills if they can't go to work,
Yeah.
and then you're spending more, like
Mhm.
just
It's like they're
normal.
taking the of course, there's always gonna be a few bad actors. Someone's gonna take advantage of somebody else, and you just have to be very careful about it because it's gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me tell you, the helplessness is palpable there. We often talk about storms in terms of the physical impact, but the emotional and psychological aftermath is often overlooked. What resources or support systems did you find most helpful during the process?
Honestly, I feel like the community was the most helpful, like
Okay.
and obviously back in, like, Katrina, we didn't have, like, the internet or just things weren't the way they were, and, like, yes, like, power's been out and cell service has been poor, but every time I was able to get on my phone, the community was like, "Here has water," or "Here has this," or
Oh,
"Here
that's
has that," or when you
amazing.
or
Yeah.
when you see people in person, I feel like
Mhm.
the community and people helped each other the most.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's like the most beautiful thing that comes out of situations like this is like
Oh,
community
yeah.
like coming together.
For sure, and I mean, and this is a tragic situation, guys, because the death toll now stands at about 165 spread
Oh,
over is it over 200 now?
yeah.
My goodness. And where is it all
It might
focused?
go up every day. Numbers are different or higher. It's like we can't keep up. It's like every day it's something new.
Yeah, I mean, and that's crazy. And that brings us to the role of FEMA. On one hand, they have the resources to help. On the other hand, their response can often feel kind of disjointed. How would you evaluate their efforts during Hurricane Helene so far?
So I know I've beat around the bush about FEMA a few
No.
times only because we were
Well,
we
they
were
are helping.
talking. Well, we I know they are, but we personally, I know they're overall, but we personally, like my mom and step grandmother specifically, was on the phone with FEMA and waited like an hour to like help with application, and they
Oh,
were talking
wow.
with the lady for a little bit, and
Mhm.
then the lady hung up, and it's like we got to
Oh,
do that
come
all over
on.
it again tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we're just like we're honestly just stressing about like the whole application process because so many people at one time are doing it.
Yes. Mhm. But
So
that's key. You have to put those applications it really
yeah.
is. Yeah.
I told my neighbor who got part of their roof torn off that like you better save your receipts and
Yeah.
show that to FEMA, or you better get your money.
You better get your money, get your greens. But, I mean, it sounds like you're in really good spirits. I know this has been a super traumatic situation for you, and I hope that it doesn't, like, kind of blacken your whole feel of being back in South Carolina with your family. How's that going?
I feel like for me, it's a whole like it's much more than that. Like it gets like whether you're spiritual or religious or whatever, it's just
Yeah.
deeper within that. Like, because prior, obviously, a few weeks to me moving here,
Right.
I had a traumatic Greyhound experience. Maybe
Yeah.
we could talk about that
Yeah, let's do
podcast.
that.
Long story short,
Okay.
I lost all my luggage in my duffel bag,
Mhm.
like, and they already contacted me. They're unable to locate it, and that was already a mess. Like, I lost all that stuff,
Yeah.
and I just feel like I resonate with. Also, it's not the same thing, but I resonate with people who actually did lose stuff in their home, and
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to lose everything, and you just gotta like stay humble. Like,
You really do.
yeah,
Yeah. But that's a situation that is I mean, and I mean, when you and I have talked about this before with the whole Greyhound situation, and I know you bubbled this all the way up to the transportation secretary, Mr. Steve Buttigieg, and they were able to get back to you with that. I hope that that turns out something good in your favor.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's honestly a whole topic I wanted to talk about just about the economy and prices already. Like the stuff with the port,
Yeah.
people going on strike,
Yeah.
Greyhound, how they're pretty much racking in that dough but not investing it into the business, and
Yeah.
they're not treating their customers the best, and
Yeah,
there's just so
it's
many businesses like teachers aren't getting paid well, like
yeah, and that's stuff that we've always faced as a nation. We don't take care of our first responders the way we should. We don't take care of our veterans the way we
we
should.
send all this
Mhm.
money over to other countries.
Yeah, and that's part of it too. And that's a broader question too, and great topics. But the thought provoking question that I have with all this, and a lot of people are not going to agree with me. That's completely okay. But with climate change causing storms to grow stronger and more frequent, what do you think communities can do to better prepare themselves for future disasters? Because this is just the cusp of it. We got some stuff coming up. So what do you got? What do you think that communities can do to be better prepared for stuff like this?
Well, I feel like after this, a lot of people, from what I hear, including us,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell you, we're gonna get like the solar panel power kit,
Okay.
generator. We're gonna
Mhm.
get the whole battery
Get
storage.
off the grid. Get your own
Yeah,
grid.
like
Yeah.
think of it as like a survive, like get a tote or something, and like or boxes, and start like a survival kit box.
Yeah.
If you're ever in a situation like this, I honestly think it's something everybody should do.
Mhm.
And it shouldn't have took me or a lot of people to go through a situation like this, but I feel like it's something that should be taken lightly, and it's something everybody should do because whether you're in a blizzard,
Yeah.
uh,
You never know. Mhm.
tornado, a
Yep.
flood, I feel like everyone should have a survival kit